Okay, cool. Looks like we're live. Hey, Joe's there. Hi, Joe. Brand new operations manager of 8loop.
I know, that's so exciting. I love
it. I didn't see that one coming. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure what time it is in Australia, but hi, Joe. Welcome. Hey, Jamie. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
Good. Really good.
Okay, cool. Hey, the reason why I invited you to join on this live today is because I want to chat with you, talk with you about the amazing results you generated for your company during Black Friday and CyberMonday. But before we jump in there, first of all, thank you so much. And I truly believe that your story, the results you generated, will be an amazing inspiration for all the people watching this live or watching it on the replay. But before we jump in there, tell me a little bit more about Jamie. Who are you? Where are you coming from? What are you doing?
Yeah, so I live in Bend, Oregon, which is an awesome place to live if you don't know where it is. People think Portland's the only place in Oregon, but we have a secret of 300 days of sunshine here. So generally
300 days of sunshine?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I just let the secret out on a live on Facebook, so I might get in big trouble for that.
Oh, we'll cut that out. We're not able to cut it out.
Yeah. So I live in Bend, Oregon, and I have Inspired Focus Digital. So focusing on Facebook ads, mainly working with mission-driven companies. And I built this bot while I was the marketing director at Silly Pint, and an amazing company also based in Bend, Oregon, that is growing very quickly and just has an amazing story itself. So it was really cool to be able to take advantage of my learning in bot building to be able to do something really awesome for them in a obviously high time and an important time for e-commerce sales.
Yeah, and because Silly Pint is, I before we met, I never heard of the brand, but that's more about me than the brand. Could you tell a little bit more about the brand Silly Pint and how they became and the whole journey there?
Yeah, well, this is actually one of them, which is cool. This is one we did for the Chive. So it's got Bill Murray on the cup. So they're silicone drinkware, and they actually have the IP patent in the US for all silicone drinkware that is made entirely of silicone. Really cool because it's, an environmentally friendly alternative that will last forever. It's made of the same materials. Silicone's made of the same materials as glass. So completely unbreakable. I mean, you could throw this thing off of like a roof and it'll be fine. You could run it over with a fire truck. So it just has a lot of amazing components to it, and it was invented by the still current CEO 7 years ago. Interesting fact about it is that there was actually not even a Google search registering for silicone drinkware 7 years ago.
Can you imagine? That was 7 years ago, and we all know the Tupperware and everything, but there was nobody out there except the CEO that thought, look, we need to do something with silicone drinkware. It's crazy.
Yeah. So it's just doubling in size every year and getting into more households. Hopefully it'll be international. I think they started distributing in Germany about 6 months ago. So you might start seeing it soon.
Oh, that will be awesome. Well, that will be awesome. Hey, so, and you are, or you, can we let the ghost out of the bottle there?
Yeah. So, actually, as of Tuesday of this week, I am no longer their marketing director, fully in my agency, because of the amazing things that I learned, obviously, and have been able to do for them and my side clients last year, through things like bots and beers and the guidance from you and everything I've learned to be able to, actually get amazing returns for them and the clients that I've been working with in e-commerce. So
amazing. So from Tuesday next week, you'll be on your own. You got your own agency, and you'll be doing it from there.
Yes. Yeah.
It's their loss.
Yeah, thanks. I'm excited.
That's awesome. So just a quick recap. What you did during the most recent Cyber Monday, Black Friday, is you used a messenger bot, and with that bot and the whole flow connected to the bot, you achieved a 6 6x ROAS
Mm-hmm.
during Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And in the wake of that, if that 6x ROAS wasn't even enough, you increased the website conversion rate from 2 to 5% with, and here's the kicker, just $1,560 in ad spends.
Yes.
That's epic. That's an amazing. Well, what can I say? That's an amazing result.
Thanks. It was an amazing experience to watch it happen.
Yeah. So let's break it down. What was your objective? How did you sketch this all out? What was the plan?
Yeah. Well, so it was a interesting and hard. We had a particular situation that we had to deal with. So we had been building a website, and anybody who's in marketing probably has had this experience where the website was supposed to be done 6 weeks prior, and it wasn't. And we're 10 days, I think 2 weeks out from the biggest shopping weekend of the year.
Yep.
We need to make sure we're actually taking advantage of that. At the same time, I'd been working on different campaign ideas, especially around Messenger bot. And one of the keys that we know is that you have to find a way to really authentically engage with your subscribers to get them into the bot in the first place, and then authentically engage with them afterwards. So we had this kind of perfect storm that I think allowed this to work really, really well, but it also is a really interesting use case that I think you could find other applications for that don't have to be a dire, we have to get the website up situation. So in launching the website, we really wanted to obviously drive new traffic to it and work out any kinks we might need to do before Black Friday actually hit.
So your trigger initially was, hey, we got a new website,
mm-hmm.
and how are we going to get the word out with the website? So what you did is you used the new website as a trigger or a hook?
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. So we used the new website as the trigger, the hook, and we actually started with our warm audience first to make sure that we were being really smart about who we were getting the website in front of, who's going to be essentially nice to us in the first place, fix those kinks, and then get it out to cold audience. And so we used the bot to drive people in, send them to the website, give them a discount code for checking it out. And then we actually used a follow-up sequence in that 24-hour period based on the action that they took. So that if they went to the website, they would get a follow-up that said, what did you think? We'd love your feedback. Can you give us some information about how the homepage was, how the product pages were, all of those things. So we were engaging with our audience in a way that made them feel like we really cared, because we did. And their feedback was important to us. It helped us make sure that we were ready for the holidays in a short period of time. And it gave them a feeling of ownership over us engaging with them.
Yeah, and so you take them serious. So if I understand correct, is you broadcasted an email to your subscribers, or did you use ads only for that?
We did both. So, I mean, the email definitely was a huge piece of that. And I think that that is something that people need to think about as they're building out these kinds of campaigns, is that it is multiple touch points. It's not just about building an amazing bot that is going to work well for you. You have to think about all the other places and areas where you're going to get people into it and engage with them in a way that is going to feel really good and not just feel like you're pushing your sales on them.
No, true. Messenger is just another tool in the toolbox, which you can and probably should use in the whole chain of events in order to get people on your website, getting introduced to brand, tell the story, everything. So what you did is you had the website and you blasted it out through email and ads. So yo guys, you blasted it out to the warm audiences from the people who actually already knew you and probably previous clients. Say, hey, great news, we got our website live. Come and check it out. And you incentivized them with a coupon in order to get a discount for their first for their first purchase on the new website.
Yeah. And then we actually we took it a step further. I connected our email CRM through Integromat on ManyChat, so that ManyChat would be tagged when a purchase happened as well. So then in that 24-hour period, and when a purchase didn't happen. So if a purchase didn't happen, it was driving people back. But essentially 8 hours after they went to the website, we asked if they would give us their feedback, and we would actually give them another coupon code that they could then use during Black Friday.
Yeah. Perfect. Did you tag people when they hit the website? Did you create?
Yeah.
So if somebody hit the website, so they clicked the ad or they clicked the email, they went to the website, and did you use, what kind of software did you use to tag them when they hit the website?
Well, so we tagged them in both. We tagged them through ManyChat.
Yeah.
And then we also tagged them. We use Drip as our email CRM.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
so
so
there's a script on the page. Yeah, there's a script on the page that recognizes that you're there, and then that triggers something in the CRM.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And in ManyChat, we actually tagged them. I had a different tag for every single time I had a link to the website in a different part of the flow. So I knew where they had come in through and what time, like which messages were actually getting them to come. I didn't do that with purchases. I just tagged them if they purchased. But if they did purchase, then we asked an additional set of questions to ask them how the checkout experience was. But we didn't do that if they didn't purchase, because I wanted it to feel very much like, based on their relevant experience, their customer journey, we were getting the feedback back based out of it.
Perfect. So the final objective, your overall / final objective was to do a soft launch of the website, get people on the website in order to get the bugs out, and get feedback from your most valuable subscribers, users.
Yeah.
And in the wake of that, sell them a product.
Yes.
In return for information, which you guys could use to fine-tune, tweak the last little things on the website before you did the big launch to cold audiences, ready for Black Friday, Cyber Monday.
Yeah. So then we ran the same bot, and I had a bunch of tweaks. Like, for instance, I changed up the bot so that your first opt-in, which gave me even more information, was to choose what kind of coupon code you got. So you could choose 20% off, you could choose a free shots glass, or you could choose a free lid. And so you would choose which one you wanted, and then pick that coupon code and go through the bot. So by the time I was not just tweaking the website, I was also tweaking the bot as we were going through the warm audience, which then we would get to the cold audience for about 7 days leading up to Black Friday.
Awesome. What was your biggest learning? What did the bot? Which information did you get from your subscribers, which helped you increase or improve the actual website even further?
In all honesty, we had worked really hard on getting a good website. So we did learn that we did a pretty good job of that. Honestly, I think our biggest learning out of the bot was more telling us what people really wanted in coupon codes, which we can then use for like the opt-in on the website and other campaigns in the future. We came to find that people value the 20% off coupon more than a physical product, which actually went against my hypothesis. But
what was your hypothesis then?
I really thought that people would value a free product more. I don't know why, but we ended up realizing that it was the discount code. So that was actually, interestingly enough, because the website was actually in really good shape and we'd worked hard to have a well converting website. For the most part, people loved it. So I guess we're validated in the work that we had done, and we're able to build up this great list. And then we got this information about what gets people motivated to actually go make a purchase. So all those pieces were really, really valuable in all kinds of ways. And one of the things that's really interesting is that, so we use the +1 on Black Friday to remind them to go use the code that they had gotten for feedback. And I actually ended up just sending that code out to everybody, even though like
they shouldn't have had.
They shouldn't have, but it was more like, you're a subscriber. We want to give you like, thank you so much for being one of our first. You can go use this code on Wednesday, actually. So before even Thanksgiving, they could start using their code, but the sale actually started on Friday. So that was huge, and I think made a big difference. What was really cool is that because of the way we did it with the discount codes and driving people to purchase in the first part of it, we actually got a 2-time return on ad spend in the drive to get all the subscribers into the bot in the first place. And so then all the money we made from Black Friday through Cyber Monday that came from the bot was free, basically. We didn't pay for we paid for it before, but we'd already made our money back on driving into the subscribers. So
hey, and how did the majority of the people actually reacted to the bot? Did you get any weird stuff through, or did everybody understand what the bot was about, how to use it?
I would say it was very, very few that didn't get it. But I mean, out of the 1,500 people, I would say it was maybe 50. That would be probably on the high end even, that were confused by what it was or what was going on.
How did you manage that? How did you manage the people who didn't understand what it was about?
I will say that that's probably one of the pieces that I would still love to get a handle on, because it is like constant monitoring and making sure that you are, and you know, for Silly Pint, customer service is one of their pillars that they are known for. So it didn't matter if it was even spam, they were still going to get a response back from a human being if they didn't interact with the bot in a way that got them through the flow. So that part, I mean, because it was so overwhelming when we first, I mean, it was just like, it took off and just rocketed. And so that first section of it, we definitely had to be, I think 3 of us were monitoring the messenger bot.
Awesome.
Like, yeah.
Hey, is there anything you would do different next time? Because we're talking about Cyber Monday and Black Friday, but there are, I don't know how many, but there are so many more hot e-commerce days throughout the year. We got Father's Day, Mother's Day, even whatever. We got Valentine's Day coming up. We got Easter coming up. I mean, every quarter there is something. Is there anything you would do different in, let's say, the next big e-commerce day that's coming up?
You know, I think truly the only thing that comes to mind is doing it on a more consistent basis, not just having this one big thing, but actually having a bot that you can engage, drive more people regularly and be really authentic with them. So I think we learned so much about what we could do and how we could have a really amazing, authentic conversation where we got valuable feedback and made our fans feel valued. But I would just, like, in this next year, and this is a goal I have across multiple clients, is doing that year round. It's just finding ways to drive people in and authentically engage with them so that it's not this, oh my gosh, we have to get people into the subscriber list now.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Hey, so if I understand correct, this was the first time that Silly Pint used an actual messenger bot and messenger flow? Is that correct?
It was the second time, but I think it was the first time that we had a really strong strategy behind it, and because the first time I think I just like got into ManyChat and was playing around with flows, and I decided to put a BOGO deal up for Amazon and just see how it went. And it was okay. It was okay. It wasn't the greatest, and I don't think it was the greatest bot experience, but through everything I learned through the webinars that you guys did through Bots and Beers with you and Alan, Tom, and the templates that you guys created that just made it so much more organized than having these really crazy long flows in one screen that it made it so it was really hard to actually glean any information from it when you're just building that way. So it was the second time we'd done a bot, but it was the first time that I think we had a foundation to build on that actually made it work.
Yeah, cool. That's super cool. So that foundation is super important, especially when you have those big days that Cyber Monday, Friday, Black Friday, whatever days we have, Singles Day coming, Mother's Day coming, whatever. Do you know or think that CityPint is going to use Messenger in their, let's say, day-to-day customer service and sales process in order to harvest that data and keep people engaged, so it's easier to make a blast during those e-commerce days?
Yeah, so they're actually working on replacing the chat that they were using on the website with the Messenger contacts as the customer service chat functionality. So that, to me, I think is going to end up being one of the bigger things that will support that growth. That's just a really organic, authentic way to be building the list. And then, I mean, we talked about a whole bunch of ideas there. For years, I think 6 years, they've been doing a Win It Wednesday that's really, really engaged.
What kind of Wednesday?
So they give away something every Wednesday on there.
Wednesday. Okay, yeah.
And so there was a lot of discussion of how to integrate these things that they're already doing that are building really engaged Instagram followers. How do they then integrate ideas like that where people already are expecting it and the word is already out, and build the bot into that as well. So I think there's a lot of ways that they're looking at adding bot functionality and subscriber lists that will create a strong list that is actually engaged and really wants to talk to CityPint.
For a brand like CityPint and for any brand for that matter, that you guys do your own fulfillment, you have your own products, but your initial and trying to recap it all and maybe give some ideas as well what can be done, and in my opinion probably should be done throughout the year, is you guys had that hook of the new website, and I think it's a brilliant strategy that you use the new website as a hook to create a broadcast, and then incentivize people to give feedback through the bot, and then incentivize them with a coupon code. And that's where you got your 6x ROAS, and you increase your conversion rate. Now, throughout the year, there are so many things you can do to keep building that list. Different hooks you can create. You mentioned a giveaway Wednesday, but how about, and I think we came up with this earlier in a different chat we had, is how about having an insert when the product is delivered? So somebody buys the product, they get it delivered, that actual delivery, that little, I want to show my phone, but let's say this is a gift, a package, somebody rings the door, like, oh, my package is there. That was like a brain orgasm, like, oh yeah, my package is there. And now if somebody opens it up and you're able to give them, when they're on that high, able to give them a discount for the next purchase through a scan code or something.
Yeah,
actually integrating Messenger in your overall business strategy, setting up the the Facebook chat customer service plugin, whatever the name is an amazing strategy to be able to answer questions 24/7 on your website. And every time somebody hits that button, go into your list, they're subscribed to Messenger, you can export you can create website custom audiences, you can get into a conversation, you can learn from them. And then when it comes to those big days, you don't need a new website as a hook to push it out. but you have your list 4 to 6 weeks before that next big event. You start building up the buzz. You're doing a giveaway Wednesday. You're doing Ask Me Anything Friday, whatever.
Yeah.
Incentivize the people. Get them engaged. And then we spoke about this already. Don't only use Messenger. Use email. Use your Facebook page. Use your group. Do lives like this. Do whatever. And then bang! As soon as it's whatever the big day, you push it out. And then you will get the results you achieved for CityPine during Black Friday and CyberMonday. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, awesome. I think one of the biggest takeaways for me is definitely that piece of having the conversation being in a way where our clients were a part of it. They were a part of what we were doing, and they felt important. And so there are so many ways that you can do that throughout the year without having to have a huge hook. I mean,
or you add budgets.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're able to and just what you said, if you just be genuine and are truly interested in your customers and your clients, and when you're there, when they meet you, and when you genuinely ask their feedback and incentive, then they will love you. Mm-hmm. You need to have a good product, but that's evident with you guys. You have an awesome product, but you can have an awesome product and then market it really shitty and nothing happens. But if you have all those things set up, and I truly believe that Messenger is an amazing tool throughout the year to help.
Tribe building.
Exactly. Yeah. And you don't have to have massive ad budgets. I mean, you got these results with $1,500.
Yeah.
$1,500, and you made close to $12,000.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that was, it was huge. And actually, I mean, one of the things we haven't talked about in it is that in the whole holistic approach that we did, so I think what I figured out was that the Messenger bot accounted for over 30% directly, like indirect purchases during that time. And then on top of it, we did run warm audience ads. So I didn't do any cold audience ads during that time. And then email campaigns. And so not only did we get 6x return on the actual return on ad spend from the original Messenger campaign, but we also 4 times the sales of the year before's Black Friday through CyberMonday. So, and that was attributed to everything. You know, it was the entire strategy that we did, but that Messenger bot was a huge component of it because we were just able to talk to them in a really authentic way. And then on top of it, a lot of those people were probably also getting hit with our warm audience ads. So,
and that's where it all comes together. And I love what you just said, tribe building. Yeah. And I truly believe that I'm going to steal that word from you. I'm not sure how we're going to use it. But
you're stealing it from Seth Godin, but I stole Seth Godin. You can steal me via Seth Godin, right?
You'll be cool with that. I'll ring him in a bit.
Yeah. Just give him a call and be like, thanks.
We got this. Don't worry about it. But it's about the tribe building, true, and it's about creating that amazing customer experience. And if you are able to create a better customer experience than your competitor, you are more likely to win.
Yeah.
And of course, you need a great product, etc., and everything that comes after that post purchase. But Messenger, email, Facebook page, being real, I think will be more and more and more important in having success using Facebook ads, Messenger, overall business success.
And that I think needs to be a part of, to me, any branding campaign is, almost, it's amazing how you can actually humanize a brand even more using a bot. Isn't that, I mean, it's just so interesting that you can do that. You can make people feel even more connected if you if you do it well.
Yeah, and you did it well. There's no doubt about that. Rounding this up, do you have any advice how to use a messenger bot in an e-com strategy like you did for SillyPoint?
Well, besides getting into bots and beers to make sure you have the support to be able to do it in the first place, that to me was actually one of the biggest keys, was having the support to be able to figure out how to do it, and the education to learn, because it's changing so frequently. So there's that. And I think the key that we've just talked about over and over is being authentic and not being pushy, which, in reality that's the most important thing for any of us to actually do well in marketing and move away from the snake oil that we see everywhere. So, it's kind of the core of how I do branding and marketing, but I think it is so vital when it comes to building bots, because otherwise you're being invasive, and that's not, you're never going to build evangelists for your brand if you're invading their life. So
building the tribe.
Yeah.
Amazing. I'll leave it right there. I have nothing to add to that. Thank you. Just gonna one thing. I just want to recap the results you generated with Black Friday using the messenger bot for SillyPoint. That's a 6x ROAS for Black Friday CyberMonday, and increased website conversion rate from 2 to 5% based on the feedback you got from people through the bot, which enabled you to optimize the website even further. And then the kicker is you only did it with $1,560 ad budget. Well done. Awesome. I think a really great inspiration. And congratulations on starting your own business, going out on your own. So guys, if you need anything with bots and you need anything from a Facebook ad perspective, just reach out to Jamie, because she definitely knows what she's doing. And her results with SillyPoint are the absolute proof of that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you for your time. And I'll probably see you in the group. And you know where to find me if you need any help with anything.
Cheers.
Thanks, awesome. Jamie. All right. Bye.